Yo, it's Ivor, and despite my channel name, I haven't commuted to work by bike in about 2 years. We're gonna change that today. Let's get it going. For the sake of variety, I like to turn my round-trip commute into a loop. So on the way in, I tend to opt for a slightly longer, hillier route. I'm on the first climb of that route now. This is, if I recall correctly, just over 40 miles and about 2,000 feet of climbing. The way home is mostly trail, mostly flat, and a little less than 40 miles. I started this channel in 2019, just before the pandemic hit, and the purpose was to try to make videos that help people to start commuting by bike or to make their current bike commute better or easier. But then the world kind of ended, and I spent the next 2 years working from home. Now that my offices have reopened and I'm desperate for some modicum of normalcy, I am back to bike commuting. But I'm still on a structured training program from my coach, so my commutes are also my workouts. So today on the way in, I'm riding at endurance pace, so that means no hammering the rollers or trying to get my KOMs back. Every 10 minutes though, I do a 45-second seated acceleration. Boy, I forgot how steep some of these climbs are. On the plus side though, the descents are pretty fun. You may have noticed I'm not wearing a backpack, I don't have a rack or panniers. I'm not carrying much of anything. That's because I'm very fortunate in that I can keep a ton of clothes at work. I've got a shower there, I've got a spare computer there. Everything I need is already at work. Now I understand that's not a realistic commute setup for a lot of people. So this is where I'm gonna ask you to help me help you. Head down to the comment section and let me know. What are your bike commuting questions? What's stopping you from commuting? What confuses you? What comparisons do you want to see? Maybe your route looks nothing like this and you have to traverse city streets. Foreshadow it. Or maybe you ride a gravel bike to work. Whatever the case is, let me know and I'll see if I can help you out. Stretch of this leg of the commute is on this multi-use trail. Pretty nice way to cool down after a 2.5 hour ride. Unfortunately, I can't take the camera into work, so let's pick this up on the way home, where the route is going to look a lot different. Well, maybe not this part. This is the same trail that I ended up on at the end of my first commute, except that I got on now where I got off then, and I'm continuing in the same direction. This is where the commute starts to look really different. We're on the San Francisco Bay Trail, and it is gravel, and it is windy. I'm going 26 miles an hour right now for 200 watts, and it is very, very quiet. I love this stretch of the Bay Trail. Most of it is super mellow and really, really fast, probably faster than a lot of paved roads. And I'm 9 miles in and haven't seen a car, so kind of hard to beat that to start your commute home. That ends the gravel bit for today. The Bay Trail drops me off right onto the Guadalupe River Trail, which is kind of like a bicycle superhighway. Technically there is a gravel trail on the other side, and I do take that from time to time for some variety, but this trail is really well maintained and really fast. I know I just said that the trail is really well maintained, and that was true 3 years ago, but during the height of the pandemic, parts of it became really overrun with homeless people. When I rode through it last, there was debris everywhere, there were cars, nowhere near legal roads, mind you, and the San Jose Police Department recommended that you don't go through there unless you carry pepper spray. So I opted for a route that goes through downtown San Jose, partly to show what it's like to commute through a city. The commute through downtown San Jose is considerably more stressful than the trail. Lots of traffic, narrow roads at times, buses, train tracks that go in odd directions, but still, in my opinion, a very reasonable route. This route takes me through the heart of downtown San Jose, continuing south and east until the start of the Coyote Creek Trail, and that takes me basically all the way to my house. And just so we're completely clear, that is my least favorite part of this particular route, but I would do it any day over sitting in traffic. Look who I found on the trail. Fancy meeting you here. You're kind of cute. You ride here often?
I do. Do you?
As a matter of fact, I do. This is our first actual commute home together. I have ridden up to meet her a few times in the past, but we're actually both on our way home from work today. What a concept! So if you want an illustration of why we love commuting by bike so much, but those cars are not going anywhere. Shame about the weather though, right? Whoa! But she just freaked out because she ran over or almost ran over a snake.
Ran over a snake.
And she decided it would be a good idea to swerve into my front wheel. Dogs, kids, they keep it interesting. Anyway, for so many reasons, I love commuting by bike and I want to help you make it part of your life too. Like I said before, drop me a comment down below, let me know if you commute by bike, and if not, what's stopping you? While you're there, you might as well hit that thumbs up button and like the video. It really does help the video and the channel. And if you haven't already, why not subscribe so you don't miss future commuting content? And speaking of commuting, you might as well stay safe while you're doing it, so why don't you check out this video on some few tips on how to do that. But that's all for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.